What's going on, brothers and sisters? It's your boy Chosen Coach Ty, back at it again with another exclusive YouTube video. I just want to say, guys, I truly appreciate it if you like this video, save this video, as well as subscribe to my channel. It does a great boost for my reach, for my audience, and I really appreciate it, guys. So today, I want to talk about a topic unpopular to most, but common to those who are chosen. And that is, the chosen one is the grandpa's and grandma's favorite. We are grandma's, grandpa's favorite, the oldest living person in our family's favorite, because we are truly the descendant of our ancestors. We come out genetically molded and built with the ancestry code. And the oldest person in our family identifies that immediately. When we are babies, we don't even have to say 2 words. We can just come out the womb and subconsciously, our grandpa, our grandma, they understand that we got the DNA of the ancestors. We typically are the favorite of grandpa, of grandma, and our siblings, our family, everybody around us understand that from a young age. It creates a lot of attack, man. Trust me, when Christmas comes around and you're receiving better gifts under the tree opposed to all your cousins and sisters and brothers from grandma or grandpa, oh, it's noticeable. When grandma was handing out peppermints to all the kids, but she ended up sliding you a Snickers bar or the Reese's, the more expensive candy, it's not a coincidence, man. And we didn't have to do much to receive this favor from our grandparents, but be born. Because as the chosen one, we have the code of our ancestors. Like, I can tell you this, me personally, when I grow my hair out into a fro, my grandmother told me I look just like Pop. Now, Pop is my great-grandfather, and this was my grandmother's father. And she says, up and down, I look just like her dad when I have a fro. And they even say I'm his height, because you know how, height skips generations. I was his height, I have his look, his facial structure, and when I grow my hair out, I look identical to him. And, that's no coincidence, man. And the crazy thing is, before I was even born, he passed. And so, when you talk about going to the other side or, what's after life, I truly believe, our spirits are just transferred into different bodies. You feel me? And I do believe I have, pieces of my great-grandfather, his abilities, his mindset, being an entrepreneur, when the time he started entrepreneurship, his mindset to not take shit from nobody, is all instilled within inside of me, man, naturally. Me personally, like, if there's any issue at work, misfair treatment, judgment being made, I was always the one to speak on it, man. I was always the one to be like, you know what, that's not fair. I'm not finna be just putting my head down, going to work for whoever's company just to make y'all richer than me without speaking my mind. My grandfather was very outspoken, and he didn't take shit, man. That dude was really a stand-up guy, stood up for what he believed in, and moved in a certain divine way, man. And I'm not saying I'm identical to him or I'm him, but we got the same genetic codes. And a chosen one, we get those codes from our ancestors and we apply them to life subconsciously. You know what I mean? And also what I could say is, as a chosen one, we have the ability to influence people who are much older than us. our great uncles, aunts, older cousins. We grew up teaching them things. They look up to us and look at us for insight and acknowledgement on how to maneuver through the world today. You know what I mean? They look at us as the leaders, as the example. Guys, I'm the oldest of 5. So in my family, I have 2 brothers and 2 sisters younger than me. They don't call me big bro. They call me dad, because my little brother, the one that's closest to me in age, we have a 7-year gap. So I'm 7 years older than my oldest little brother. He calls me dad. He looks at me like a father figure, as well as my other siblings, because my mentality was always beyond my years. Guys, I'm 33 years old, but honestly, I feel like I'm 53 with the mindset that I have, man. The way I move and maneuver through life, I was operating, on OG mode when I was 19. Because when I was 19, I literally had my own apartment in high school. Yeah, I graduated at 19. I had my own apartment my senior year in high school, guys. My mindset was not to go party, to go, turn up on the weekends. I had bills at a young age. I'm paying light bills. I'm paying a car note, insurance. I had a whole job. When I was getting out of high school on my little half day, I was going to clock in for an 8-hour shift after that. You feel me? So my whole mindset, the way I move, was always on elderly mode, guys. And the chosen one, we have to move this way, man, because that's our divine purpose. It's no coincidence that we're always the babysitter of the group. We don't have to be the youngest one to be the babysitter. We got people just around us that don't have the responsibility mindset like us. The way we approach life is very responsible. And trust me, as the chosen one, we want to let go, we want to have fun and enjoy ourselves like everybody else. But the thing is, we can never fully just let go, you know what I mean? And just let life pass us. We always have to be calculated, structured, grounded, you know what I mean? Because that's how we operate, man. That's how we move. That's how we maneuver through life. That's how we receive our intuitive downloads from the source himself. It's by staying this way, by protecting our peace, our energy. Understand, man? And I just want to, just speak on that, man. Grandma always showed favoritism to us. Grandpa always showed favoritism to us for a purpose. Why do you think your grandfather or your grandmother is called grand? Because the person that they select as their favorite, as the one that they really like the most, are building them up to be grand. You know what I mean? Teaching us how to be grand. My grandmother always told me, before I even had a job, before I even knew what I would want to do in life, that I would do great things, that I'm going to be the man that she always seen myself being, being an influencer, leading the masses. Guys, I used to be super shy. I used to not even want to talk to the store clerk when I'm checking out to buy a piece of candy because I knew I had to speak to somebody new. But my grandmother always affirmed and told me that I would lead the masses, that I would teach people on a broad scale, that I would be the example. And she was right. Subconsciously, she was right. She gave me those affirmations in my head constantly, and it became a point where I truly believed it. Now, when I got out of my shy stage, usually I think it was around high school. When I was a senior, had my own apartment and everything, I left the country. I came from a very small town in Texas, and I moved to Houston in high school. But my senior year, It's really when I came out of my shell, because I had to join the workforce. I had to start working. I had to start going to job interviews, shaking hands, meeting people, talking to customers. That's what really got me out my shell, guys. And I learned quick that in the work environment, I was the leader. People looked at me like, what's the next step? What do we have to do next? And I just started. I just got in the game and had people asking me what's next. And it's but the leadership, man. Chosen ones, we're born leaders. We were born in this world genetically to teach, to guide, to lead people. So as soon as you accept that role, the easier life gets, because now you're moving in divine purpose. You're aligned with your purpose on this earth. And it's a beautiful feeling, man. It's literally like every single day is just a bonus, because once you find your purpose in this world, it's so much more direction, so much less anxiety. You get deeper sleep. You lay down at night knowing that, hey, I'm in my purpose right now. I'm moving on divine timing, and I can receive true rest, true alleviation, and wake up excited about work, excited to do what we're destined to be in this world, man. So guys, that's just what I wanted to say today. I wanted to expand on the reason why the chosen one is the favorite of the oldest person in their family, typically grandma or grandfather. But guys, understand that does come with a lot of attack, and you have to fully accept your position in this world and truly fulfill your destiny. And that is to be a leader, influencer, and to heal God's people on the mass scale, guys. Stay chosen.